Welcome, this is Graybeard for the Sylvan Reflections channel. If you watched any of my videos, you probably know that I am on a quest to hike all the trails in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and become a member of the 900 Miler Club, which celebrates those who have achieved this goal. At this point, it had been about 1 hour since I had just finished the 19-mile Twin Creeks-Baskins Creek-Grapeyard Ridge backpacking trip. Living as many hours away from the Smokies as I do, I decided to tackle some of the horse concessions trails on the eastern edge of Gatlinburg while I was here. From the locked gate on the 321, I went 2¼ miles on the Little Dudley Trail to the intersection with the Bell Branch Trail. I traveled 1.3 miles north on the Bell Branch Trail before returning northwest on the Big Dudley for 1.3 miles back to the gate. Okay, here we are on the just off East Parkway or something like that. It's the 321 coming into Gatlinburg. You can see behind me there. And this is the entrance, as you will recall from one of my earlier hikes, of the Concession Horse Trails. Big Dudley, Little Dudley. The business they tried to get going here, where they would rent horses and you could ride them on the trails for an hour, half hour. And didn't do so well. So we're gonna walk you back up past the ghost town here. I guess the derelict buildings, something like that, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, it's always kind of sad when you see something that doesn't work out, no matter what it is. They had a nice brick or stone bathrooms here and everything. They had it all set up. You doubtless remember this from before. I don't remember them having the plywood up before. Huh. Interesting. Okay. In any case, we're gonna head on up here and get started. Alright, let's get started here. And let's go take the trail to the right. The Little Dudley Horse Trail heading south.
Now, for this to work, I am going to have to do a 2 mile an hour type of thing, which is theoretically doable, except that I've had a 18-mile hike backpacking trip I just finished about an hour ago. And frankly, I'm a little tired, but I'm not having to carry a backpack. All right, we've finished that first little spur. It's connecting us to the remainder of the horse trails here. We're going to head on over in the direction of Little Dudley up towards Big Dudley. So it's gonna get dark on me, so I'm gonna have to let's head on up there along the Little Dudley towards Bell Branch, I believe. We'll see. Other than a few pretty little streams and some tumbling of those streams, this has been just about as bad as good portions of the backpacking trip I just took. Blow down after blow down after blow down. I know the Concession Horse Trail, since the business there is defunct, that it's not operating, that the trails that were made for it aren't really a priority. But still, sheesh. It would be so nice if at some point they can get cleared up a little. They are nice little trails. Well, while we still have a little light, this is one of the ruins that you don't get to see in the other trails, the shorter trails. Chimney from a house from times gone by. See, even this little horse concessions trail thing has some of those. Very, very cool. Well, almost to the end of Little Dudley. So we're gonna just keep on going till we meet, I think it's Bell, and we start heading on back. We'll probably have about 20 or so minutes of night hike. But got one big loop of horse concession trails done this time. One less I got to do next time. And there are some beautiful little hidden spots here. Even though it's middle of January, spring is coming. Spring is coming. Well, that's a welcome sign. And ever since. Okay. That heads on up and eventually connects to the spur of Big Dudley that I came down.
Actually, it was up, as in north.
Off of the Grapeyard Ridge. I was going to go up there and go to meet where I came down. I just don't have it. I know it's only a couple tenths of a mile, but I just don't have the time right now. When I complete this loop that you saw me mention earlier, you see that there's still one more loop, medial loop to do. So I need to come and hit that part anyway. When I hit it, I'll just come and pick up the rest of that Big Dudley spur up to Grapeyard Ridge. Meanwhile, I'm just going to follow this one here and take the Bell on down. And stop, take a look at the what I'm assuming is a cemetery. Okay, should be here in just a moment.
Turns out there really wasn't that much to see, so I didn't record anything.
Okay, looks like we have 0.2 to the branch, and about 0.2 or 0.3 after that, so we're almost home. And I have the delightful advantage that the headlamp I brought with me, in my eagerness to make sure the battery wouldn't corrode when I got it home, I took one of the batteries out to stop it from doing that.
After finishing my previous hike.
I forgot when I grabbed it for this hike that I had taken the battery out. So I've got the headlamp with me with no light. So I'm stuck here with my cell phone. But it's got 67%, so we should make it for the half mile by using it intermittently, especially. Okay, here we are. We've just intersected Big Dudley Horse Trail. And that's going to be, oh, we're going, yeah, stables in 0.7. So we'll be there in 0.7 of a mile. Whereas if we go, connector, yeah, we're going to go stables in 0.7 on the Big Dudley Horse Trail. Off we go. And I'll turn it off again to save some battery for a little bit. Here we are. We have reached the next point, Little Dudley Connector, Little Dudley Horse Trail, 0.2 to the right, Bell's Branch Trail, 0.6 to the left. Okay. Well, that was an interesting hike. I didn't think it possible, but the blowdowns rivaled even the ones on Baskin Creek and part of Grapeyard Ridge. But it still is a lot of cute little coves, little tumbling creeks, and was rather pretty despite the excessive amount of blowdowns. That's one more loop out of the way, and what a beautiful scenery in the process. I really want to share this with people who may not realize just how fun it is outside, just how much the Smokies has to offer. So if you do get a chance
To share this video,
I would appreciate it. This is Graybeard for Sylvan Reflections channel. I'll see you on the next one.
if you like this video, please consider clicking the like, subscribe, and notification bell.